Good morning, John. How are you doing today?
Doing great. How you doing?
Absolutely fantastic. Dude, I got to start things off by thanking you for everything that you guys do in professional wrestling and giving the people the opportunity to be motivated, empowered. I mean, what you guys do is you show us that with your own personal strength, you can find victory.
Wow. I like the way you put that. I agree. And I feel like the part that I play in this business of professional wrestling is especially now, is staying motivated by thinking of all these ideas and maneuvers and combinations of movement patterns and things to do in a ring. And sometimes it just isn't movements. It exceeds that. It's promos and interactions and relationships and different ways to tell stories, to pop a crowd, to make people feel a certain way. And that's why I fell in love with the business when I was a kid. And the ability to keep doing that now has been really motivating and fulfilling for me.
Well, that you sharing that right now proves to me that's the reason why you are the mayor of Slamtown, because, I mean, you are all about the people. You are all about the connection and the continuation.
100%. And for one of the reasons that I was attracted to MLW in the first place, this is the second time I've worked with them. The first time was a very positive experience, an extremely talented roster, and this second time, well, first of all, they already had my favorite wrestler in the world on the roster, the First Lady of Slamtown, my wife Taya Valkyrie.
Yes.
And then add to that the deep roster of Willie Mack, Davey Richards, Hammerstone, Billy Starks, Juicy, Fatu, Lindsay, Harry Smith. It's like Microman, Enzo. It's so like vast, and it's got so much variety that, like Lio Rush. Also, it's basically this combination of people is, in my opinion, exciting because it makes me feel like, look at all these different combinations of stories and different nuanced ways I can try to make people feel different ways with the combination of people on this roster.
Yeah. Major League Wrestling, MLW, is now on Reelz. And I'll tell you what, I was like a child all over again, because I know that you guys are reaching out to a new generation of fans, and it's like, oh my God, this is so incredible. You're making it easier for us to have more fun more often.
I couldn't have said it better myself. So we're on Reelz, 10 p.m. Eastern time, Tuesday nights, and I'm really glad you said that, because that's how I feel when I watch wrestling. That's how I felt when I watched wrestling when I was a kid. I would religiously watch it every Saturday, and then I would practice with my buddies in someone's backyard or in a garage, just kind of putting each other in Boston crabs and camel clutches, beating each other up. And I don't know if that technically qualifies as pro wrestling practice. And you're listening, kids, don't try it at home. But it was fun. Wrestling is supposed to be fun. I had fun watching it. I had fun doing it. And I really hope that people that watch pro wrestling also have fun.
Well, the fact that it's on Tuesday night, because you're right, we used to watch it on Saturday. Growing up in Montana, Saturday wrestling was Canadian wrestling with the Hart Foundation, and then Sunday, that's when we got the NWA with Nick Botwinkle and everybody. So I mean, but it was always that weekend thing, and you guys are saying no, this is an everyday thing.
Absolutely, it doesn't seem like. I mean, why should it be just delegated to a certain day?
Right.
And, through my life, I mean, when I was a kid, I watched it on the weekends. Sounds like you did too. But growing up, I mean, I watched Monday Night Raw. I watched Friday Night SmackDown.
Yes.
I watched Dynamite on Wednesdays. I watched ECW on Tuesdays when it was on Tuesdays, the WWE CW, so to speak. And now, of all those, like, to me, the MLW roster is like such a great combination of all things pro wrestling And why not Tuesday nights, you know?
Yeah. I study shamanism. I understand shamanism. And I got to tell you something. For when I came across that you are the shaman of sexy, the first thing that I had to take note of, the eyes. Have you looked into that? Because you do have the eyes of a shaman, a shapeshifter.
No, tell me more.
It's all in the eyes, and if you study shamanism in Central America, that's how they know that the true shaman, those that led people, those that were always believed in the people, they would notice it in their eyes, and so you need to look that up and see. I mean, when to see your shaman even attached to you is like, I'm going, God, is it possible? Is it frickin' possible?
The one thing that I believe is true for a lot of things in life, and it sounds like you've delved into shamanism more than I have, but it's something that I'm also really interested in. I'm interested in a lot of things, but I truly believe that self-confidence and self-belief is the first step towards almost every path like that. If you believe in what you're doing and yourself, you're a real one, so to speak.
Yep.
And if you're not fully there, if you're not present in your own body, it's obvious to people. And I mean, if you don't believe in what you're doing, you don't belong in pro wrestling. I don't know where you belong. But really, if you don't believe in what you're doing, you should figure out what it is you want to be doing and do that.
Yeah, well, we definitely feel the power, and we're going to feel it every Tuesday night on Major League Wrestling, and it's on Reelz. Dude, you got to come back to this show anytime in the future. The door is always going to be open for you.
There's the known and the unknown, and in between are the doors. Thank you for having me.
Well, you be brilliant today, okay?
You too. Have a great one.